So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And already we're underway here. Batistuta!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Number 91,
It is a super start. So far, so very good. And he's in on goal. Great chance! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They run a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
after 9 minutes.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Passing is crisp and sharp. Murphy. First quarter of an hour gone. And Batistuta! Well, now, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Hits one! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Dink through. Well, it's Batistuta. Shakes to shoot! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming?
Julie! And kept out by the most elastic of stage.
Julie really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcola. Batistuta. Now the finish! That's another chance! And it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Hayden. Arsenal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And he's had it taken off him. He's gone forward.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Batistuta. Mbappe looks for the finish. And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Arsenal just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Batistuta. He's
There will
got
be 3
away.
minutes added time.
And Batistuta! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
He is through here. Wriggles his way through. And the first 45 minutes are up.
Arsenal have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go
Hello
big
everybody,
from here.
and a quick announcement now. We would like to
Arsenal
ask you all to
three
kindly
ahead
stay
after a
seated during the
remarkable
match.
half.
Thank you
Who
for your
knows how many
cooperation.
more will follow. And the first 45 minutes are... Here we go again then.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Oh, that's a... He's going for goal! It is a very, very good save.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
It's out for a goal kick. And he's managed to get free. Can he put it away? Oh, brilliant save.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
That is Stuta getting this one clear. There's the
The
hit!
attendance for this match was
Always going over the top.
70,987.
Quick thinking and quick control, Peter. That creates a little more working space.
Hernandez. De Vrij has created one goal already. And Alexander-Arnold. Modric. Batistuta looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they've finally made a decision to get tighter. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Look at the space here. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Barcola. Deftly away. Mbappe. Julie. Hayden. Julie has found the net here, of course. Julie has a look inside the box. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. It's so good from him.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Now it's Batistuta. This is Batistuta! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Arsenal just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick and such fun. You really would fear for... And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes
everybody,
can
and
turn either
welcome
way
to
from this
today's
point.
match.
One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't they're thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. More and more pressure on the ball here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
And here's Lewandowski. Oh, such a clever touch. In with a header! Oh, not the best of headers.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Las Palmas looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't...
Now who's going to be first to this? Opts to play. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's Lewandowski! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Oh, he's in! And through to the goalkeeper. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
And now, to all members
we
of the
learned from
crowd,
the first 45
I'd like
minutes?
to ask you to
Peter,
join
this is
me in
far from a
wishing
lost
our
cause.
birthday
Yes, they've
boy
been
a
hit
very
once by
special
a
birthday.
pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Barcelona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Here we go again then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Great chance! Goal! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do.
Julie! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Barcelona find a has a goal! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Dani Olmo, Lewandowski is being harried and hassled.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Nice interception, well timed. Well, the runner's been sold a little... Tries a shot! Sticks it away! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Number 20.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are...
It's won!
The attendance for this match,
And he seems certain to get the sixth.
Yeah, he can be proud of himself, the goalkeeper, for rescuing a perilous situation.
Oh no, what has happened here? Chance! In he goes again! And it's in! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's Lewandowski! Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Pedri. Shifted upfield. And he's intervened well there.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
After 81 minutes.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Lewandowski! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Lewandowski! And they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Into the last 5 minutes. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Ferran Torres. And he's on his... Ferran Torres! Really well taken goal. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer...
And the shot! It's a goal! it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. To be expected, Peter, they've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that could set him on his way. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline. And that's that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure...
He's put his foot right through that one.
Well,
well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match that
and
will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing.
Brazil against Arsenal.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, it's come loose. Messi shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Brazil with the corner, they're first. He's gone for goal. Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Corner number 2 then. And he can clear it away. There will be a throw-in. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kane put it away! And it's come back out to him. And that is wildly off target.
Messi very nearly made that count from a combination of luck and good judgment.
And Messi! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He could be in here. That is Stuta! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Kylian Mbappe.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcola. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Kane. Fernando Torres. Hernandez clears it away. Juli. Batistuta. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. Hernandez deals with that comfortably.
Arsenal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Van Dijk. Well, no joy this time. That's really well cleared. So, third corner of the game. Big header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fabian Ruiz. De Vrij makes the interception. Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And there is the half-time whistle. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides.
Just a quick announcement.
At half-time, it is 1-0.
Please grab the
How
tickets
would you
were
review
given
the
when you were
first
walking
half?
through the gates.
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Arsenal lead by 1-0 at half-time. It's been a good display from them so far. A stable start to the game, and they are in a goodish place. First half is behind us, and the score is currently 1-0. And we are... Oh, terrible mistake! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. It'll be a throw-in. Can he finish? Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Stefan De Vrij. And that's been won straight back. Nico Williams. Messi. Barcola.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
What are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be a...
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's got a side of goal! That was superb goalkeeping!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So their fourth corner of the game. Juli is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Soyuncu promptly onto that, and that is that. Juli. Now it's Mbappe. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Substitution.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's headed upfield.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Substitution in progress.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Arsenal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And he cuts out the supply. Nicely spread. Nico Williams.
Brazil have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And he's managed to get free. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Nicely intercepted.
There will be 3 minutes
Messi.
added time.
And the number on the board is 3.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mbappe claiming the man of the
And we
match
come to you
award,
now with a
and there
quick
is very
request for
little room for
support.
argument. Mbappe claiming the man of the
And we
match
come to you
award,
now with a
and there
quick
is very
request for
little room for
support.
argument. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Great hit! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Batistuta. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that could set him on his way. Van Dijk clears it away. Gets his pass away. So just a one early goal to report so. De Bruyne, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Moved on forwards. Caught offside that time. Can he get onto this? Van Dijk attempts a clearance. And it's to De Bruyne! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he thumps it clear. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Stefan de Vrij. Shifted upfield. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Well, there's the clearance.
Arsenal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
There will be
Barcelona clearly should have...
Oh no, what a... And Batistuta! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Hello everybody, and
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Arsenal come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Arsenal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
That's really well manoeuvred. He's through here. Lewandowski! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Messi with the short one. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Played out to the left flank. Well read, nice interception. And he cuts out the supply. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Now it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to...
He's through and all alone! Has a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Arsenal making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Rijkaard cuts it out. Neymar works it forward, and he's intervened well there. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe. Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next... Mbappe! And Messi! Van Dijk is there to clear. Just eases him off the ball. Aim forwards. Black will lay claim to that. Well timed, excellent interception. Danger averted for now. Arsenal can consider themselves just about safe now. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Mbappe really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Substitution in progress.
And that has put paid to that.
Has been indicated.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Neymar really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Cleared without complication. That's the end. Arsenal can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner.
Or doing.
So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as, to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. We have already started here. Batista and the shot! They score!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Palmer. Oh, he's bustling through here. Now it's Saka. And here's Saka. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
And that is expertly dealt with. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Bellingham. Saka. And he welcomes it in. Palmer, he's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Palmer clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Mbappe. Loose ball now, and here's a chance. And that's off target.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
And it's played forward. And it's Kane. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been slung wide. He's got away. Fired. Chance for the header! Harmlessly behind. That is a great pick out. Batistuta. Mbappe. He's got ball. He's missed, but not by that far.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Alexander-Arnold. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Yehi. Palmer, looking understandably energised after his goal. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's managed to get free. Bellingham. And he's in on goal. Very nicely done. He gets big. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Walker. Bellingham. Saka. Bellingham. Bellingham! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Palmer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And no, that was never going to make it. Modric.
The attendance for this
60
match
minutes
was
played.
61,052.
There's the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Palmer. And it's Walker. It's Saka.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nicely weighted ball. Gehi gets good distance on it.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 20, Barcola. Coming on the field is number 7, Son Heung-min. Substitution for Arsenal. Number 99, Ludovic Jolie. Number 91.
And it's Modric. He's tried one!
Number 21.
Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Coming on the field.
Well, even for him,
Number
that may have been
19,
a touch ambitious.
Number 14.
Arsenal
Hey.
have, after
Number
this,
5,
one further opportunity to make a substitution. Son Heung-min, and now the hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level. England merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 24, Modric. Coming on to replace him is number 11, Federico Valverde. Substitution in progress.
Hernandez gets across to intercept that. It's a shot. It's Son Heung-min! Goal! Arsenal! And they get themselves in front! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Son Heung-min.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Lamal aims beyond the defence. Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
He's picked his way through.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well read, nice interception. Stones. Gehi getting this one clear. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. We have already started here. And it's Fletcher. And Fletcher! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Bayern Munich with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Otto was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Modric does really well to win the ball there. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Julie finds himself offside. Julie. He can run onto that. Dyer catches it safely. Hakimi gets across to intercept that. And he cuts out the supply. Julie. Otto tries across. The flag tries to clear. Van Bouten calmly anticipates.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Otto. Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's intervened well there.
Bayern Munich have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Darren Fletcher. Alex. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break.
Today's lottery numbers.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Well, after 45 minutes it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Arsenal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Barcola. That has not gone well. Oh, this looks sharp. Julie could try cutting inside here. Hernandez can get it clear. Cleared without complication. That is a brilliant interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bayern Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bakula has it in a wide position. Batistuta! They've got to be quick to recover this. Pass.
Number 19.
Bayern Munich appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 20, Bakula. Coming on to replace him is number 7, Son Heung-min.
No way through. Arsenal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Can he finish? It's a goal! That could turn out to be a huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field is...
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake, it could be all it takes to make the difference.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's a key interception. Valverde kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's got away. Valverde! Same again, same outcome.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
That's that, the end. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go.